Hello, everybody. This is Sid Hameed and Nextage First Realty and Brickfront Properties. Today, we're going to talk about how to make money as a real estate investor in 2013. And Sid Hameed, I am the take one. Slide one, start over. Hello, everybody. This is Sid Hameed. I am the owner of Brickfront Properties and Construction and also Nextage First Realty. Today, we're going to talk about how to make money as a real estate investor in 2013. Presented by Sid Hameed, real estate expert, Saturday, February the 2nd. Who is Sid Hameed? My family came to this country in October 1975. I was 6 years old, and I did not speak or write English. It was a new world for me, and we had to work hard, and we had to make it in this new place, in this new world here in the U.S. from Pakistan. At the age of 15, I began working in construction, and I developed a passion for real estate overall. In 1988, I bought my first home. Since then, I started my own full-service real estate investment company and a brokerage, and I have over 25 years of experience in the real estate industry, from dealing with residential, dealing with land development, dealing with commercial, dealing with self-storage. So my family and I had started with our first deal and then just kind of evolved and kept going on. Well, what we're going to talk about today is we're going to talk about the gold mine right here in our backyard, the gold mine right here in the metropolitan Washington, D.C., around 295, around 495, around 395, around 270, Silver Spring, Washington, Northern Virginia. We're going to talk about right here, our Beltway. Okay, the nation's capital. The D.C. area offers more than most metropolitan cities across the United States. Our area is the fastest growing in jobs, wealth creation, population, home sales, and home to the government. We are the Mecca. We are the number one area for government, for lobbyists, for lawyers, for congressmen, senators. I mean, there's the decision-making places right here. This is the place where everything happens. So we are in the hottest real estate market for our particular area right now. I've seen this happen in the 1980s, then I saw it happen in the 90s, and then 2000, and then it started to happen again. Okay, we also have football teams. We got the Baltimore. We got the Washington Redskins, the Ravens, the Super Bowl champions for 2013. We got baseball teams, we got basketball. So what happens, we got casinos, horse sales, horse races, all kinds of food, metro stations, and government. So the reason I bring all this up, we'll get into more in the next slide, but basically I'm trying to show you that everything that we need is right here in our metropolitan cities, a lot more than most, okay? So in the 2002, there's a MarketWatch.com. There was a story, the top 10 best U.S. cities for real estate investors in 2012. This was April the 17th. And they rated Baltimore, number 4, on the MarketWatch 10 best U.S. cities for real estate investors. Baltimore, Maryland. Also, there's a book called The Trends Report, the Swan Pool Trend Report, which comes out every year, and I just got my copy for 2013. And Baltimore was also rated in that Trends Report as well as one of the better cities to invest in for the recovery of 2013 into 2014 and 15. Okay, the best place to buy is right here in our backyard in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area that we could get to. For example, this particular home right here that you see in the picture, investors should consider buying now for maximum gains on properties in this area, according to the report. Okay, at the left, this single-family home north of Baltimore was built in the 1980s and has been restored. So a lot of the properties in the Baltimore, one, they're huge. Two, they have huge ceilings. And three, you could get some nice acreages on some of these counties, properties in the county and stuff. And the properties in the city right now, they're great rentals for the Johns Hopkins students, for the college and universities in our particular area there. And also, Baltimore is also one of those areas where they're building the bioparks. There's supposed to be 6 bioparks coming from Johns Hopkins. So there's a lot of the biopark pharmaceutical companies that are in Rockville and Shady Grove. They're supposed to be moving down towards Baltimore to create this massive heart technology, surgery, cosmetic type of area for the next 15, 20 years. So there's a lot of jobs there that are going to be created. Okay, so one of the things we're going to talk about today is the state of the market. Where are things? Where are things today? And, oops, I think I just skipped the slide. Okay, so leading indicators. The job growth in our area has been less than 6.57% in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area. Population growth has been one of the fastest growing in our area in terms of population growth. If you look at the Department of Census, the Bureau of Census, and you look at their website, and you do a population growth for the last 50 years, and you'll notice the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area has been consistently growing for the last 3 decades. We've been constantly growing, and also there's only so much land in our particular area. So now what's happened is a lot of the developers are starting to buy older properties and older parcels and turn them into multi-million-dollar neighborhoods, such as Clarendon, Arlington, Boston, Roslyn, parts in PG County, parts down in Montgomery County, Silver Spring. So there's been a lot of changes here in the last 30 years. Okay, so housing trends going up fast. And in our area, there's a shortage of homes right now. So right now, one of the problems that we're having in 2013 of February is we have more investors with cash than we actually have supply of properties. Okay, so there's a lot more investors. There's like 20 investors right now with cash that are willing, able, and ready to purchase a home today unseen. The problem is there's not that many properties that are available. So it becomes a frenzy. Supply and demand has totally changed. So for us, therefore, the game becomes a lot more interesting. All right, so home building supply starting being sold. So if you look at the windows, the carpet, the roofing materials, the 2x4s, the joists, the 2x16s, the decking materials, if you look at the Home Depot stock, you look at the Lowe's stock, you look at the material stock, the copper, the metal, you look at these things, you're starting to see the trends are moving all upwards. All right, so what's coming to your neck of the woods? Okay, stay abreast of this with your local newspaper. So one of the things you could do is that I do is, I watch the local newspapers. I read the local newspapers. I watch the local news. I go to local meetings. I try to stay in touch with what's happening in our neighborhood, what kind of large developments are taking place, like the large mall down in Fort Washington that's about to take place, the casinos that are happening, the hotels that are coming, the Wegman shopping centers that are coming. So all these different movie theaters, all these different things that are happening, the roads are starting to get wider, so there's a lot more easement type, eminent domain is starting to happen, where the government's starting to take more land to widen streets and different things like that. All these things are very important characteristics of your neighborhood. So you got to read the local business papers and watch the trends and pay attention to what the government's doing. Okay, the 4 phases of real estate. You have recovery, you have expansion, and you have hyper supply, and you have recession. Those are the four simple, and they'll be the same trends for the next 100 years. Okay, where are we right now? We're in the expansion phase today as of February 2013. You need to be able to move as fast as the market does. Okay, so if not, faster. Because, for example, so that when the market changed in 2001, 2002, you had to be at the right place at the right time. People made millions and millions and millions of dollars and billions of dollars from Goldman Sachs perspective, and selling CDOs and all these different things. So you got to be able to move, and the faster you move, the faster you'll be able to make the wealth, because you'll be able to position yourself. Okay, it's all about positioning yourself in the right time, at the right place, with the right scenario, with the right knowledge, with the right education, and with the right being prepared. So it's like preparation meets opportunity. So you got to be prepared, and you got to be ready, and you got to be willing. So when it hits, it's like a time bomb. Everything just explodes. So so positioning yourself is very important, and having the knowledge and coaching is extremely important to the fastest way to any success. Coaching is one of those things that every major athlete, every major successful business person have had. All the major presidents, their mentors, the coaching, the board of directors. You got to have a coach, somebody that's going to be able to show you the techniques and the tricks. You do not know everything. I do not know everything. I'm still learning. I have coaches, and I've had coaches for years. And you always need to be around people that are smarter than you, that are wiser than you, that are better than you, so you can learn through them. You can learn through their experiences. You can learn through their knowledge, through their mistakes, through their pitfalls, the do's and the don'ts of what to do. You could shave off 5 to 7 years of bullshit and mistakes by getting the proper coach that's able to educate you and show you what to do and what not to do, how to do it, and what works and what doesn't work. Experience overweighs anything. Life experience is the key. So having the proper coach to allow you to be successful the fastest way possible, it's worth the investment, because once you obtain that knowledge and you get the skill sets and you get the understanding and you get the formulas and you know how to run your business, then you're prepared to go on your own, and therefore you don't need as much coaching. But in the beginning, to get started and get things off the ground, coaching is essential to create the right systems, to create the right structure, to hire the right people, to know what to delegate, to know what not to delegate, to know how to hire people, to know how to fire people, to know how to create job descriptions, knowing what you want to be able to task out and outsource. All these things are essential to a business, and that's what we provide in terms of our coaching program. Okay, so the job growth. So we talked about job growth. Okay, so the top 10 metros with the greatest projected job growth through 2020. Okay, among the 100 largest U.S. metro areas. Okay, the Washington, D.C., Arlington, Alexandria, Maryland, West Virginia area is number one. Okay, so again, the top 10 metros within the greatest projected job growth through 2020. Amongst the 100 largest U.S. metros, Washington, D.C., Arlington, Alexandria. Then number 2, you have Bethesda, Rockville, Fredericksburg, Maryland. Number 3, you have Baltimore, Towson, Maryland. So this is right here, 295, 495, 395, 270. This is right here in our backyard. These are the areas we could all get to within 35 to 45 minutes. Okay, maybe in traffic, maybe hour and 15, hour and 30 minutes. But these neighborhoods are right here. Cash flow is here. Rentals are here. Buy and flips are here. There's land development, land projects are here. I mean, there's population growth. There's a lot of people still moving in the area. The median income is a lot higher than what it was. So there's a lot of potential in our backyard. It's all about positioning yourself today for tomorrow. So this particular information came from the imminent.com. That's one of the resources that, sorry about that we have. So, and one of the things that we'll also share with you is a lot of the newspapers and the resources that we use to stay abreast of the trends and the market changes and the market numbers that are moving fast, so we could be abreast of where to buy, where not to buy, and what to do, what not to do. Okay, so recruiters, employment grew modestly in January and gains in the prior 2 months. We're bigger than initially reported. So supporting views, the economy is sluggish, but recovery was on track despite a surprise correction in the outtake of the numbers. So a lot of times these GDP numbers and the employment numbers come out and payroll numbers come out, so they usually have some sort of problems with them, and then they usually figure them out a couple of days later. Okay, so this is the population growth chart. This came from the U.S. Census Bureau. It's estimated over 10 million people will move to the area over the next 10 years. Okay, over 10 million people will move into this area over the next 10 years. So if you look at the Washington, D.C. area in 2010, we were at 601,723,000 people. Estimated growth, 617. If you look at PG County, we're at 863,000. Estimated growth, 950. Montgomery County, 971,000. Estimated growth went over a million. And Arundel County, 537,000. Estimated growth, 591. Baltimore County, Arlington County, Fairfax County. So you can see the numbers. I mean, there's consistent growth. And this is the 2010. So this chart is 10 years old. So since 2010 to 2013, we've already had a large amount of people move to these particular areas. So it's going to continue to grow, and there's only so much land. So if you look at the 5-year growth chart for some of the indicators, like I said, Home Depot growth chart. If you look at it, see where Home Depot was back in like 2008 and 2009, 2010, you'll see it went down. But then it went up and it went down and it went up, but it's constantly going up. Okay, so Home Depot is nothing but construction. Your toilets, your kitchens, your bathrooms, your tiles, hardwood floors, recessed lights. These are your construction. These are home improvement type projects. These are construction jobs that are going on. Okay, so when these Home Depot stocks go up, that means construction jobs are being created, and there's growth in the housing sector. So if you look at the Lowe's chart, you see the Lowe's, same thing. Been bouncing around a little bit. 2009, it went up 2010. When the tax credit came out, there was Obama's tax credit came out in 2009, 2010 for first-time home buyers, where they provided an $8,000 credit. And then the market went down when the credit went away, then it went back up. But it's been constantly going up. So these are some of the leading indicators that you could look at. You could look at metal, you could look at copper, you could look at wood, some of the major lumber companies. You can look at roofing materials. So if you watch some of these indicators, it'll tell you how the markets are starting to swing and change around. Here are some of the new projects that are taking place in the District of Columbia, Maryland, and Virginia areas. So the National Harbor, the Fort Washington, Maryland. I mean, that's a huge project that has taken place, and there's still a lot of growth happening there. I mean, the gay marriage bill was passed over here in Maryland, which in the D.C. area, which is going to create a lot of growth and a lot of income and a lot of flex of people coming in, which are going to need additional living space. The fastest growing job market in the U.S., the Tanger Outlet Mall, the very large mall, broke ground over there in Fort Washington, over at the National Harbor. The 3 casinos. Okay, we got one on the harbor, and Arundel County has one, and the Baltimore County is going to get one, and over there at the National Harbor, there's one coming too. So if you look at the rail cars and the water taxis, so right now the water taxi is starting to get a lot of tension between the DC waters, the Virginia waters, and the Baltimore, Maryland waters. So there's a lot of water taxis that are starting to pick up. The rail cars in the Washington, D.C. area, they got the rail cars coming on H Street, Northeast. Okay, so there's a lot of new trends that are starting to take place. The Metro, there's a Silver Line that's taking place all the way going to Northern Virginia down through D.C. past the Dulles Airport area. So that's basically what's happening is the D.C., the Maryland, the Virginia areas all starting to get interconnected through metro stations, through shopping malls, through our football teams, through our basketball teams, through our baseball teams. So the whole Maryland, D.C., Virginia area right here in our belt where we have everything in so many different ways, so much different food, so much different flavor. So there's a lot of potential growth in this particular area. And so the money's being spent right here in D.C., Maryland, Virginia, so which is a good thing, is allowing our counties and communities to grow. Okay, what's the indication? We can expect more jobs over the next 10 years. There's going to be more stable economy in our particular area, and this attracts renters and attracts buyers, which creates consumer confidence. And you know what? We already started to see that, and we've been seeing that happen for the last 18 to 24 months right here. And if you look at all the previous economic documents, you'll be able to look, justify yourself. Best ways to invest in this current market. Okay, should you either flip, buy and add value and sell the home for short-term profits, or should you buy and hold for long-term investments and receive cash flow? Should you wholesale properties, get the property under contract, and then wholesale the property to a cash buyer or investor? Or you could also become a real estate agent and start a professional career with us. We are hiring new agents, and you can work with investors and retail customers. So keep in mind, one of the things that we specialize in is we are a one-stop shop. So what does that mean? So Brickfront Properties and Construction was started back in 2001. And so one of the reasons that I started the company was because I got tired of general contractors and abusing the materials and stealing materials and doing a shady job. And so I got taken a couple of times, and therefore I went and hired my own HVAC guys, my own plumbers, my own electricians, and just kind of streamlined everything and created my own little team of people. So we are a construction company first. We're also a investment company. We're also a real estate education company. So we have a lot of investors that we work with. And then we also own Nextage First Realty, which is our brokerage. It's a full service brokerage. We're licensed for the District of Columbia, for Maryland, and Virginia. So we currently have, Nextage has 117 locations inside the United States in 26 different states. And it has about 3,500 real estate agents. And we have 4 locations here in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area. And I am the owner of the Largo, Maryland office. So Brickfront Properties, investment boutique company, and Nextage First Realty, a full service brokerage company. Basically, you have both worlds under one roof, which is a one-stop shop. We could do the construction. We could do the FHA 203Ks. We could inspect properties. We could buy properties. We could sell them. We could renovate them. We'll stage them. We have cash buyers. We have investors that we work with, and we train and educate wholesalers, as well as people that want to buy and flip homes, and people that want to buy and hold for long-term for cash flow reasons. So we could do apartment buildings, self-storage. We could talk about landscaping, the land, to grade it, to subdivide it, to create squares and lots. and sell it. So there's a lot of different ways that we can show and teach people about real estate. But the goal is for you to start, and most people start off with wholesaling, and then they move up to flipping homes, and then they people will buy and hold for long-term position. So being a real estate agent allows you to control the market, allows you to control your investments, allows you to write your own contracts, long as you disclose that you are an agent, allows you to get access to the right tools so you could do your own due diligence and provide your own numbers to your CPA or to your tax person or your money guy. So, you have more control when you're an investor and when you're an agent. So you can make money on both sides of the transaction. So one of the programs that we teach and we talk about it is how to become a real estate investor agent. So if you're interested in that, just give us a call. All right, moving on. Look, the bottom of every slide, it says no excuses, winners take action, and losers don't. And there's a lot of truth to that. No excuses. I mean, if you really want to do this and you really want to take your life to the next level and you really want to stop bullshitting yourself and you really want to move forward, you take action. Actions create results, and action creates happiness. Actions create progress. So take action and move forward. So if you keep doing what you've been doing, you'll keep getting what you've been getting. So anyway, how does a real estate investor make money in 2013? Okay, the secrets of successful investors, regardless of your area of real estate, whether you're whether you're going to rehab properties, wholesale properties, or flip, 5 key essential habits must be practiced. Okay, number 1, building relationships with everybody. People know other people. So you have to build a relationship with as many people as possible. You have to look at every single person as a dollar bill. So let's say 5 people. Well, those 5 people, each of them most likely knows at least 10 to 30 people, if not 50 or 100. So the goal is to build relationships and let everybody know that you are a professional and you are involved in real estate and you can help them with multiple different projects, from investments to rehabbing to wholesaling and to buying and holding for cash flow. And if you start to say that to 10, 20 people a day, I guarantee you'll have so many clients, and you can start to build your database and start to network. Okay, so networking. Networking is one of the most powerful tools to building relationships. Through networking, you get to learn about other skills and experiences and share your own skills. And none of us make money without humans. We all have to make money off of each other. So either you're going to produce a product, or you're going to provide a service, or you're going to be the person serving. So humans, that's how we make money. So if you know 1 million people, you could easily make $500,000 a month. Okay, so it's the more people you know, the more money you make, and the more relationships you have, the better you're going to do. So it's to have good, solid relationships with as many people as possible to grow your brand, to grow you. Okay, connect with potential clients everywhere and every day. Make calls every day, send out emails every day, follow through and follow up every day with your previous list. The fortune is in the follow-up. Follow-up is such a key ingredient. So without follow-up, everything crumbles and crack. If things fall to the crack, and you lose more deals than you bring in. So follow-up is very important. This requires you to put aside pride and not worry about your feelings. So a lot of times, if you get rejected by something or somebody that says no to you, so what? you just basically put the pride to the side. You keep moving. And I mean, this business. It's a business, and you can't have a lot of feelings involved with this. And you're here to serve, and you're here to basically feed your family, and you're here to grow your business. So that's the way you got to look at it. Invest in yourself. Okay, private one-on-one coaching. Later, I will share with you on how to take advantage of a coaching opportunity that will hold you accountable, offer structure, allow you to measure your progress through homework assignments and tasks, and being very focused, and getting rid of the unnecessary clogged up bullshit that you've been carrying around with yourself, and is to close the doors that need to be closed and open the doors that need to be open, and allow yourself to see the possibility, to be able to envision the possibility, to be able to taste and touch the possibility, to be able to create through pen and paper your images and your vision of the possibilities. So everything is possible. It's a matter of changing your mindset. Okay, being consistent and proactive. Okay, never be scared or intimidated by anyone. Just stay focused to the turn of your beat, to the tune of your beat, and keep moving. Never stop. It will pay off. Believe in yourself, and have faith. So one of the other things we're going to talk about is the 5 pillars of success. The first pillar was basically processes. You must have processes. You got to have processes in terms of how you do things. That's how you duplicate responsibilities. That's how you duplicate employees. That's how you duplicate your transactions through volume. So look at Ron Crockett at McDonald's. McDonald's was created through processes, through systems, through structure, through automation, through a team. So McDonald's was created through a franchise model. And McDonald's was created through having the same burger with the same taste, the same flavor, with the same time at a different place. You could be in 2 different places and get the same product. So the 5 pillars of success are basically being consistent, having processes. You must have the right processes in place, and then have the right systems in place, having the right structure in place, and then automation. You have to automate as much of this as possible, and record and videotape and audio tape as much of your processes and your systems as possible, so you could teach and train other people through your videotapes, rather than having to teach and train people manually one at a time as people come and go. You must have a solid team and have the right people on your team. So nobody does it by themselves. Everybody has to have a team, and it's a focused team with a focused vision and a focused goal that wins Super Bowl. So look at the Baltimore Ravens. Everybody thought that San Francisco was going to take it, but they came back and they won, and they hung in there, and they didn't listen to the critics. They just did what they had to do, and when they went out and they executed. So no excuses. Winners take actions and losers don't. So all this stuff, you can sit here and take all these notes and do all this stuff, but if you're not going to do anything about it, then you're just wasting time. Okay, success is international. There are no shortcuts to success. There are no shortcuts at all. So make every relationship count. Your time, your conversations, your choices, count. So make sure that as you are spending time out there, and you're having conversations, and you're making choices, and you're creating relationships, make sure these things count. Make sure they're all are substance, and make sure they're good relationships. The difference between a successful person and other is not a lack of strength, a lack of knowledge, but rather a lack in will. So I read that again. The difference between a successful person and others is not a lack of strength, but not a lack of knowledge, but rather a lack of will. Vince Lombardi said that, one of the football coaches. Must have tools and resources. This is a process that we use at Brickfront Properties. What we're going to do is we're going to show you guys on how we use our tools and how we use the different resources to locate properties. We're going to show you on how to actually find the properties through a whole method from step A to Z. We're going to show you tools like the MRIS and how you could actually use the MRIS to do your due diligence and your comparables and your neighborhood growth and different things like that. MRIS is a very powerful tool, and there's like 10, 12 other tools that we could show you how you could get people's phone numbers, how you could locate people. There's tools that could make you automated to stay on top of your calendar, your tasks, your to-do list. There's a lot of tools that we're going to show you. There's a lot of technology that we use in our day-to-day stuff. Other tools and resources. If you are not an agent and you could use this website called Serving DC and Maryland. Maryland is spelled out MARYLAND.com. Serving DC and Maryland spelled out. Okay. So this particular site, it allows you to get in there like an MRIS. So it gives you access to a lot of the properties. You can save the properties. You could create an account. You can have them on your watch list. If things change, they'll send you notifications. It's a very powerful, very good site. It tells you a lot of public community information as well. Other tools and resources is social media. Okay, we're going to show you how to create accounts with your Facebook, your Twitter, your Craigslist, your LinkedIn, your YouTube account, your videos, how to get your profile established and created, and how you need to start to market yourself through the social medium, 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day, and you can start to grow your presence. The faster you get on the social medium and start to utilize it and engage with the folks, the faster you get to grow. There's a lot of free CRM tools. Zoho.com is a tool where you can put your clients' names and addresses and phone numbers, emails, text, their cell phone numbers. You could text them. You could send them voice messages. Send them reminders. Hey, don't forget we got a meeting today at 6 o'clock. If you have any questions, please call my office. I'll be here waiting on you. So you could send all kinds of automated type of messages and tweets and stuff like that using different tools and technology. Okay, and the deal analyzer to assist you with your deals. So we have a spreadsheet. There's a couple of spreadsheets that we use to analyze different deals. We have spreadsheets for our commercial apartment buildings. We have spreadsheets for our land. We have spreadsheets for when we're building from the ground up. We have spreadsheets for wholesalers and spreadsheets for rehabbers that are buying and flipping homes, and they just want a statement of work for your electrical work, for your plumbing work, for your HVAC, for your duct work, for your roofing materials. You know how much concrete you need. You know how big for your bump out. Let's say you're doing addition 20 by 20. You know all this stuff. We have different tools and stuff in place that we will share with you guys and let you guys get access to as well. A pen and a paper. Yeah, this is a book that I'm writing. I should be done with it this year, but it's basically called A Pen and Paper. And you know, my family and I, you know, we're from the hills. We came from the hills of Pakistan, and I came in this country, like I said, in 1975, unable to read or write English. I had to live in this country without a social security number for a very long time. And then I understand, you know, what it takes to struggle and to make it. I am the American dream. Even though I wanted to quit, I never gave up. So the reason I say this is, I look at it like this. I came in this country and I didn't speak anything, and I didn't have anything, and I didn't know anybody. Um, you know, the people that are born here, they're born here with the Social Security number, and they're able to work, they're able to speak, they're able to go to school. It's like day one, rock and roll. And there's so much value here. There's so much wealth here. There's so much opportunity here. There's so many possibilities here. It's just, I don't understand why people take advantage of life. They take advantage of each day. They take advantage of the resources. They take advantage of the possibilities that are around them every single day, and they overlook them. But then yet they struggle, and yet they make wrong choices, and yet they make wrong decisions, and yet they want the moon and the star, but they're only willing to put in 10, 15 minutes a week or a month towards their dreams. So, you basically have to have passion, and you got to work hard, and you must have drive, and you got to have dreams, and you got to have hope, and you got to have faith, and you got to believe in God, and if you want something higher, you want a higher purpose, you got to take yourself to a higher level. So, and stay true and stay consistent and be focused, and everybody could have it. Everybody could have it. So anyway, so one of the homework this is one of the exercises that we do as part of our coaching program. We provide homework challenges, and these are different type of exercises, and that we go through. So I'm not going to go through here, but you can read it, and it's a different type of it's a different type. This is another homework assignment that we do. We go through, and then we want to see over the last 7 days, what have you accomplished, that makes you the most productive. And then we go through these things, and we keep a log for 6 months, and we see exactly how you were able to grow and how you were able to change and modify. These are your own words. So you would be honest with yourself and have integrity, and go through the system and do your homework honestly. So if you get started now, I will help you get to the next level. A secret one is start where you are with what you have. Start where you are with what you have. Everybody doesn't have everything, and sometimes what you got is more than enough. You just gotta look at it from a different pair of glasses. So start with where you are and what you have. You don't need to run out and do all these extra things. You just need to start planning and plotting and dreaming and getting a pen and paper and start writing out your visions and your goals. Okay, number two, secret number two, a pen to write. Okay, the vision and your dreams and your goals and your objectives. Why are you here? What is your purpose? What is your mission? What is your goal? What is that one thing that you're very good at? So if you wrote down 10 things that you're good at, and you had to only pick one out of the 10, what is that one thing that you're very, very good at? And can you make money from it? So, we go through these exercises. We allow you to see the possibilities and the dreams so you can see the bigger picture. So if you want to become a wholesaler, you want to become a rehabber, you want to be able to have your own brokerage one day, you want to be able to have your own full service franchise, and you want to have employees and structure, and you want to have automation, and you want to have business coming in and checks coming in on a monthly basis, so you got to be able to have your vision and your dreams and your goals and write them out, and they got to become more and more clear as you work towards them. Secret number 3 is you are your brand. You are your brand, and you are your own CEO, so you need to act like it. Bottom line. So you are your brand. Okay, so when you're out there building relationships, you're out there networking, you're out there engaging with people on social media, you got to keep in mind, you are your Macy's, you are your Target, you are your Tiffany's, you are your Bloomingdale, you are your Gucci, you are your Armani, you are your brand, you are what you put out there. And you are your own CEO, and you need to act like it. So time is the most precious thing we have, and so you got to be able to utilize that properly. You got to develop an attitude of success and confidence, like a rock star. I mean, you got to practice this pitch and sell it every single day. Okay, you got to look at yourself in the mirror. You got to face the man in the mirror. You got to look at yourself. Can I do this? Why do I want this? What's the purpose? You got to look at yourself, answer these things, hold yourself accountable, hold yourself responsible. Okay? Make it matter or don't do it. So make it matter or don't do it. So don't half-ass it. If you're going to do it, do it. If you're not going to do it, don't do it. But make it matter if you are going to do it. So hold yourself accountable and be responsible to yourself and, take action. Take action and stop sitting on the fence. So this is called the Next Level program. This is our Next Level Real Estate Academy program, and this academy was created for those who desire to expand their knowledge and are serious about understanding the real estate and being held accountable. I mean, people that really truly want this as a real business, as a real company, not just, you want to just do one deal. But if you see the bigger thing and you really want this, and this is for people who've already done 10 deals, 5 deals, 20 deals. This is for people who want to get started, who haven't done anything. This is for people who really want to build this thing as a true business. This is the Next Level Academy. This provides relevant tools, training, resources, networking opportunities. This is, opportunities to real estate professionals. Our goal is to make a difference in your lifestyle and give you freedom to pursue the desire of your heart. Look, the thing is, I don't know everything, and but I know enough, and I've put thousands of dollars towards training and education, and I've done over hundreds of different projects in the D.C., Maryland, Virginia area. So my job is, I want to share. I want to share what I know. I want to share what I've been able to gain. I want to share the different mistakes that I've made. Like I'll give you 2 examples. Okay, when you are partnering with people, when you're going to do a partnership with somebody, you must be very careful when you create partnerships with people. Okay, you got to know what you're going to partner. You got to know the exit, and you got to know exactly whose role is going to be what. And it's got to be defined. It's got to be on paper. It's got to be notarized, and it's got to be a contract. So partnerships are very tricky and very complicated, and don't take them lightly, especially when you're doing partnerships with family. That could even make it harder and make it a little bit more confusing. So, we talk about partnerships. We talk about, how to structure deals. Do you put it under an LLC's name, or do you buy it under your name? I have my own CPAs and my own lawyers and people that I work with closely. I'm going to share some of those resources and those people to you guys. So when you guys have questions or concerns, you have a whole supporting team. So it's a hands-on training. It's a step-by-step process. It's classrooms and field. So what that means is we actually go out to the field and look at properties live. We'll do a live inspection at the properties. We'll look at the roof. We'll look at the windows. We'll look at the HVAC, the electrical, the plumbing, the foundation, the grading. We'll look at all this stuff to determine of the health of the property. So knowing, how much to ballpark the estimate is going to cost me $30,000, $50,000, $80,000. And is it worth buying this property? Okay, so personal mentoring. So that's where, we have personal coaching calls between you and I. We go over homework assignments. We go over what you're supposed to be doing and make sure that you made your calls. Make sure you reached out and created some new relationships. Make sure you've been able to advertise and market and get some more leads and build your pipeline. So there's personal accountability and mentoring there. There's unlimited support via email. So you could call us and if we have time, we'll talk to you. But there's going to be a dedicated time just for you on a weekly call, and then on a monthly meeting as well. Uh, Extensive knowledge and training. So this is where, again, I've been doing this for so many years, and I've done so many different types of deals, and I've created and developed so many different businesses and bought and sold multiple companies. Sat on the board of directors for many businesses. So I'm coming from a corporate background as well as a contractor background and a real estate investor background, and now owning a real estate brokerage. So there's a lot of knowledge and information that's being provided from many different angles, as well as many different resources, so you can succeed, so you can do well. But again, I'm not making any promises. I'm willing to give you the knowledge and the resources and the tools, but you have to make sure that you take the action and put in the time to make and create results. Okay, so I'll say that again. So I'm promising you that I'm going to give you all my resources, information, knowledge, experience. I'm going to share with you different tools and techniques and ask you to do homeworks and be accountable and be responsible to yourself. But you must take action. You must move things forward. You must create results. You must make this thing happen. Okay, so my job is to show you, teach you, educate you, and talk to you through it, but you are the driving force behind this. So if you do the things that I'm asking you to do, and you follow the things that I'm asking you to follow, and these are all logical, basic things. I'm not making things complicated. I'm keeping things at an 8th grade level. So this is for anybody and everybody. You can have a PhD or 3 masters. It doesn't matter. Or you could have a high school GED. It doesn't matter. But I'm keeping it at the level where everybody understands it. Okay, so results oriented and success driven. So basically, you create results, and it's driven through success, man. So let's make it happen. Direct access to the latest cutting edge forms, tools, resources, systems, and technologies. So there's all kinds of resources, information that we have and we provide that we can send you to the back end once you log in. Here's a picture of me. We did this property, it was 4114 Buck Creek Road in Temple Hills, Maryland. That's me, and the guy with the black jacket is one of the customers that we were trying to sell the house to. So we ended up selling the house there. There's a real experience. Real experience. Okay, then the next level program also offers scheduled weekly phone calls that are private, accountability and very clearly. Okay, so there's going to be plenty of accountability, and it's going to be the homework assignment is going to be very clear homework assignments. Access to future trainings that we do in our conference rooms, a step-by-step process for the first and for the first 3 transactions. We're going to do a step-by-step process for the first 3 transactions. Make sure your first 3 transactions are successful and they're done properly. We're going to be there to make sure you guys are using the right information. So, that's huge. That's huge. So our job, because we want to make sure you succeed, we're going to make sure you do things the right way, make sure you cross all the T's and dot all the I's. We're going to do a step-by-step process for your first 3 transactions. That's a lot of value there. Okay, complete library of forms that we already have and contracts and documents that we use. We have statement of works for our electricians, for our plumbers, for HVAC. We have roofers. We have write-ups on all kinds of stuff over the years. So we'll be able to share that with you. Also, our title company, our inspectors, as well. Okay, so the special offer. Here we go. Next level. So this is the Next Level Academy Real Estate. It's local here at 1300 Mercantile Lane in Largo, Maryland. And we're right over there by the Kaiser Permanente building. And so the total value for this Next Level program is $1,499. So $1,499. But if you sign up today and receive the program for only $499. Yep. So I'm taking $1,000 off. So if you sign up today, it's $499. And right now there's basically 3 seats that are left for the month of February. So we have 3 openings left for the month of February for 3 new students. Okay. So, and also I will give you 100% of your money back guarantee. I will give you 100% of your money back guarantee if you don't see the difference, if you don't see any difference and you haven't made any progress and you have been responsible and you've done all your tasks and your homeworks and you've put in hard work and effort and you actually demonstrated and showed us and proven to yourself and been responsible to yourself and been accountable to yourself by looking at yourself in the mirror, looking at yourself and saying, I did everything I could. And you're not satisfied based on our information, I will give you the money back. Okay? But you have to be honest with yourself. And you have to say, that this program was not worth it, and therefore I'll give you the money back. But the program is for 90 days. It's $500 a month. And, in your business within 90 days, if you follow my proven processes and my coaching, you will have success. If you follow, in your business for the next 90 days, the proven processes and the coaching, you will make income. You will make a difference. You'll make a difference in your attitude. You'll make a difference in your belief. You'll make a difference in how you carry yourself. You'll make a difference. You have a lot more confidence. You'll have a lot more stamina. You'll be able to look at deals a lot better. You'll be able to look at analyze homes a lot faster and make quick decisions on what is a good deal and what is not a good deal, how to hire contractors, how to hire electricians, how to hire your HVACs, how to go to settlement, how to deal with your HUD-1, how to deal with your inspections. All these things you'll be able to learn through over time, but you must apply yourself. Okay? You must be willing and able and ready to rock and roll if you want to be part of this program. You must do your part. Okay, it's a $1,000 discount today. So there's a $1,000 discount that we're giving. So it's $499 for 3 more students. This is a very close, intense type of program. But again, you have to be willing and able and ready to rock and roll, man. So again, my name is Sid, S-I-D. Last name is Hameed. And no excuses. Winners take action and losers don't. So, hey, do us a favor real quick. Can you please go to Facebook and like us and follow us on Twitter and friend us? And if you could please make a comment and a suggestion on this on our Facebook and Twitter, we would greatly appreciate it. And follow us. We'll have additional webinars and seminars coming up. There's about 36 different classes that we're going to be doing with different headings and different topics. And we're going to basically post those on the webinar. But this is our first one. So I'm sorry the fact it was kind of choppy but the knowledge is knowledge, content is content, and I hope that you guys gained and learned something new about our DC, Maryland, Virginia area, and I hope this motivates you guys and excited to get in the game. But if you want to learn and you want to grow and you really want to take your business to the next level, please, give us a call and tell people about us. So appreciate the business. And Nextage First Realty is hiring people. So Nextage First Realty is hiring for new agents. So if you are an experienced agent, come on by. If you're non-experienced and you need to get your license, come on by. We'll talk to you too. But we are hiring. So Nextage First Realty, we support our agents by ensuring they have access to cutting-edge technology, current education, market updates. There's leads that we assist you with, finding potential buyers and sellers, and help you with different marketing, how you could generate more leads and how you could capture more leads. We provide private coaching, which is optional, key to your success and speed of implementation. So people, who want success fast and who wants coaching and wants to learn through what to do, what not to do, speed of implementation is key. Speed of implementation is key. Our agents earn top income, whether they have a closing or not, additional income brackets. So what this means is because we're a one-stop shop, we have the construction and the FHA 203K, and we do training and we do education. We do so many other different things. You could also get involved in some of those other areas, and you could also earn additional income, whether you have a closing or not. Okay, so get paid off the efforts of other people, the power of we. So the Nextage family. The Nextage model is a very unique model. There's no other model out there like Nextage. So I suggest you guys call and set up a time to go over the model so you have a better understanding of the compensation plan for Nextage. Okay, the future is the next exit, belongs to those who take immediate action, which is today, February the 2nd. Time stops for no one. Either you are in or you're not. Bottom line, either you're in or you're not, but time doesn't stop for nobody. And that is the slide to Sid Hameed, Brickfront Properties. And please give us a call. Take care.